Hey everyone, happy Friday. I'm Jen, the Director of Marketing over here at EverRise, and this is our March 18th weekly wrap up. So I got some fun updates for you all today, and let's start with EverRise V3 because I know this is the hot topic that everyone is talking about. We have submitted the EverRise V3 smart contract to both Omnicia and Certic, and we are in the process of getting turnaround times from both audit firms. We're really excited to hear the feedback, and after we get the turnaround times, the next big milestone for us in this process will be to see what comes in those initial reports. The development team did spend a lot of time testing and optimizing the V3 smart contract, and we are hopeful, knock on wood, that the work that we put in on the front end will be reflected in the initial reports. The feedback from the initial reports will actually dictate us starting to concretely set our timeline for migration. Internally, we are still pushing to migrate to V3 before the end of the month, but we're only going to do so if everything is looking good from the auditing side. While we're waiting for the initial report from our audit, the development team is working on the implementation of the new UX and UI for our staking platform, as well as updating it for EverSwap. The designs are now complete, and we are moving into the final stages of implementing the functionality on the new UX UI with the target of launching it alongside V3. From a marketing perspective, once we receive these initial reports, it's off to the races for us to get our listings on things like CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Lunar Crush, DappRadar, DeFi Llama, and all of those platforms updated. In addition, we have been prepping some campaigns directly related to V3, and we'll be ramping up some of the marketing and awareness around V3 through our ambassadors and through press. One more thing, slightly related to V3. I know a question that we keep seeing is when NFTs from migration and staking. We've mentioned this a few times before in various AMAs that you guys will be getting these NFTs once V3 is launched. I do, however, have a little bit of an update for you. Jason has been working really hard on these achievement NFTs, and I'm excited to share that the designs are now finalized. So on that note, let's take a sneak peek. Awesome. I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank you all for your patience. I know today's wrap up is coming, a little later than it's usually scheduled, but we wanted to make sure we were able to give you all a preview of these long awaited and anticipated NFTs. And I also want to take a moment to applaud Jason for his incredible work on these NFTs. Guys, you have no idea. He has been working around the clock on the models, adjusting the lighting and the textures, and all the little details that you saw in that preview. All in all, Jason has designed and compiled 840 NFTs. I just want to pause on that. 840 NFTs. That's insane. And, obviously the team is super excited that we'll be able to bring these to you guys with EverRise V3. So moving on to some other things that have happened this week. Earlier today, you may have seen a tweet from G Media about a little something we're calling Navigating DeFi. I've spoken a lot about how EverRise will be focusing on educational content and how we want to be the first touch point for everyone and anyone who is interested in participating in this space. And this series is one of the things we've been working on in the background. I'm super excited to share that we will be partnering with G Media to bring you guys this Navigating DeFi series, which will be comprised of 10 episodes that break down the basics and fundamentals of getting into this space for folks who have no experience with DeFi. These videos will live on the EverRise YouTube channel, the G Media YouTube channel, and on a page on the G Media website. Right now, episode 1, part 1, is available for streaming on Twitter, and I'll have more details to share on this front in the coming days. Now let's rewind back to last Friday. Last Friday, I had mentioned that we started to sign projects up for EverSwap and that we would be looking to onboard them this week. We did end up delaying the onboarding process for these projects as the development team has actually decided to do a contract update to EverSwap so we can start to support Uniswap v3 liquidity pools, which most of the stable coins for Ethereum are on. We are in the process of testing functionality and we will begin onboarding after the testing is complete. So hang tight. I should have an update for you guys on this front in the coming weeks. Again, getting EverRise v3 up and running is our priority. A couple of other things that happened this week, as you guys saw, or I hope you saw, but Lily Finance was onboarded onto Everown. We also did an AMA session with Chainlink, which is now available on YouTube to view. If you haven't checked that out, definitely do. Cora Harrison and Adam Shelton have both released some videos on EverRise, which are also available for viewing on YouTube if you are looking for some fresh EverRise-focused content. Now, looking ahead to this weekend, we ask that you get your Bitmart accounts ready to participate in the List to Vote campaign. Voting starts on Monday, March 21st at 10 a.m. Eastern, and it's going to go through all the way to Friday, March 25th. To participate, you'll need a Bitmart account that holds at least 50 USDT worth of assets during the voting period. We'll have a link being shared on Twitter and in our Telegram and Discord, so you'll always have the link readily available to vote. Again, guys, this is pretty big. If EverRise can get 500 votes, our listing fee on Bitmart will be waived and we will be listed on Bitmart. Bitmart is also doing a giveaway to those who participate in voting, so really, it's a win-win scenario. Also, on the voting front, do not forget that we have the voting going on for the Quadratic Funding Grant from Avalanche and Dora Hacks. You know, guys, we held that top leaderboard position for some time, but we have dropped off. At this point in time, we just want to encourage all community members to participate in this. It's a really awesome opportunity for us to get more exposure to the Avalanche committee. Not the Avalanche committee, the Avalanche community. On those fronts, if you guys have any questions on what you need to do to get ready, either for Bitmart or how to vote on the Avalanche Dora Hacks Hackathon, feel free to ask in Telegram or Discord, and our mods will send you all the information you need. On that note, that actually concludes today's wrap up. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday and a fantastic weekend. We'll be here gearing up for everything that's to come, and I look forward to sharing more updates with you all next week. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in.